Hi everyone, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is a collective reading today that is for Sun, Moon and Risings. If it doesn't resonate with yourself, then please take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. I hope you like your messages today. If you do, please like and subscribe to the channel and you'll get updates every time that I put new content on the channel. Okay, let's get into the reading. Hi, so this is a general collective reading on how does your person really feel about you. Now, it is a message for the whole collective. It's not sign specific, so please bear that in mind. It is also not a personal reading, so it may not resonate at all. Okay, please don't force it to fit your situation. Today is the 29th of May, so hopefully when it falls into your feed is when it could be relevant for yourself. It could be past, present or future. Okay, so this is, like I say, it is a reading on how does your person feel about you. So Spirit, please can we get some cards about how the collective's person is currently feeling about them. So I'm just trying to get all these on the screen for you. Just about, there we go. Okay, so in the general energy of the read, we've got the Two of Pentacles. Now that is in the reverse. Okay, so that is suggesting that there's a bit of an imbalance going on. So that could be your energy, that could be a person's energy, but in general, in the current situation, you know, there's a bit of an imbalance. Okay, so that could be that, you know, things within your relationship might be slightly imbalanced. It could just be that one of you is somebody might be giving more to the relationship than the other. It could be that one person might be more emotionally open. You know, it could be any number of things. But yeah, it just means there's a little bit of an imbalance. Could even be just that there's a little bit of a lack of focus with regards to the relationship at the moment. Maybe you're in a bit of a hold period, or you know, you could just be feeling a bit stagnant about it. So in the past, we do have the Ace of Pentacles as the past energy. So it is looking as though your person saw this as the start of a new abundant beginning. So they were looking at this as being, something that they'd manifested, that it was a brilliant opportunity for a relationship. Now, currently in the present, we've got the Ten of Swords. So they are feeling a little bit like they've been stabbed in the back. So they're feeling potentially a little bit sorrowful, a little bit fearful. They're feeling quite sad. So there could have been some sort of dramatic ending that may have happened in your relationship. So yeah, whether that is why there's this out of balance energy that we've got going on. But yeah, it does look as though they're feeling sad about something. They could even be a little bit depressed. I mean, for some people, it could be that they could be slightly obsessed over what may have occurred. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that's happened with yourself. It could be something that's happened in their past that a relationship with you may have triggered. So if they're somebody that, I don't know, you might have done something that an ex might have done and it might have just triggered them to think that, oh, I'm going to get hurt. Could be any number of things as to why we've got that 10. I will get some clarification for that in a moment. Now, with their thoughts on your current situation, we have the Eight of Swords. So that suggests that they're feeling a little bit stuck and trapped. it is something where it's only really a trap in their head, because normally with the Eight of Swords, you know, it's like a mental trap. So they've got something that's stuck in their head. They're fearful of something, and it's causing them some sort of mental restrictions. Now, what they think of you is they are thinking you're the Ten of Pentacles. They have got that. It is in reverse then. Okay, so it's not necessarily a bad card. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles is something that they look at, you know, as being, it's the end of things. You know, they look at that being like, it's like a happy home, happy family, being really abundant between the two of you. When it's upside down, it does just mean that it's a bit more, there might be some disagreements within that. So whether or not this is something where you're having a bit of an argument, a little bit of a disagreement, but they do still see you as their wish fulfillment. It just suggests that you are having some sort of disagreement at the moment. Possibly you might be having some financial issues as well, that could be, you know, contributing to this. But yeah, it's generally when there's a little bit of an upset within the home, is when we get the Ten of Pentacles. So that's what they're currently thinking. They are a little bit upset, possibly with yourself, but they are thinking at the moment that it could be that they're thinking that you're upset with them. But either way, they do feel that they do think that there's been some disagreements between the two of you. Okay, now how they feel about you is they are feeling, they have got the Chariot, and the Chariot is also in reverse. Okay, so they are seeing you as, you know, somebody, they do still feel a bit stuck. Okay, they are feeling stuck. They are feeling also that they could be a little bit pulled in two different directions. So whatever's triggered them in the present, you know, whatever it is that's caused them the anxiety, the, you know, the feeling of betrayal, the depression, is causing them to feel a little bit pulled in two different directions. So they could also be feeling that you're feeling this, that you feel stuck, or that you've got a bit of, you don't know whether or not you want to be in this situation with them, which again could be contributing to them feeling depressed. If they've got something, you know, if you've had like a big disagreement and they can feel your energy slipping, or they feel like you're ready to walk away, you know, if it could be that they feel that, you know, that could be contributing to them feeling quite sad, really. But yeah, they do. Yeah, they are. It just look as though they're feeling either stuck, or they feel that you're feeling stuck. Again, we'll get some clarification of that in a moment. Now we have the Ace of Swords in. It's in the upright, actually, for what they want. So what they actually want from you is they want it to heal. They also want clarity. They want a new opportunity, potentially. They want truth. They want clarity. And yeah, they want it to heal. So whatever it is that's been going on, they want to heal the situation with you. Okay. What you need to know is we've got a Two of Wands in the reverse. So that Two of Wands is suggesting that, you know, they need to potentially overcome, or they, how do we put it, they might need to overcome some limitations within themselves. They might be a bit of a dreamer instead of a doer. They might be, how do we put it, they might have a bit of an overconfidence in their own abilities, potentially, that you just might need to be aware of. So it might be something where they've got big plans, but they don't always necessarily materialize. So it just might need to be something that you need to work through. So it could very well be that, you know, they want the healing, and they want the, you know, they want the clarity with you, but unless they overcome some sort of obstacles, you know, it might not, you might not get quite that. Now in the advice, we do have the 5 of Cups in reverse, which is suggesting that somebody should be walking away, possibly. Now, the 5 of Cups in the reverse is somebody feeling sad. Oh, not, is it in the reverse? No, sorry, it's not in reverse. I'm lying to you. You know, it's somebody feeling sad and that they've lost something. You know, that they're in a bit of difficulty and disappointment. It is saying, though, you know, not everything is lost. You know, there might be, normally in a traditional tarot, you've got somebody, they've got 3 cups in front of them and 2 cups behind. So there is still love there. It's just working on what you've still got instead of worrying about what you don't have anymore. Again, we'll get some clarification on that one as well. And then in the outcome, we do have the 4 of Cups, which is suggesting that, you know, if the regret, the disappointment isn't necessarily overcome, somebody might fail to grasp an opportunity that's in front of them. Or they might have high expectations of how things are going to go. Let's get some clarification on this for you. Okay. So, Spirit, can we get some more information on the past, please? Let's get some clarification on this Ace of Pentacles. If I start sneezing, I do apologise. It's a new incense and it's quite pungent. I don't even know what it was called. I think it's something to do with a unicorn. I'm not sure. It smells like my washing powder, though. Spirit, please clarify this Ace of Pentacles. Oh, we've got a jumper. So we've got a Page of Pentacles. So again, that's a new start. Pages are... Well, the Page of Pentacles is... Where are we? Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. So yeah, that's generally the new beginning. So that was potentially a new beginning, maybe a financial partnership, possibly. It could have been that you met during some sort of training, a new job. I mean, this might not even be love related. It could be a work partnership that you might be inquiring about. But yeah, it looks as though it was something to do. It was a new start to a relationship. Pages are normally new. Let's get another card. So we've also got Leo. So we've got the Strength card, and we've got a 2 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Yeah. So your Page of Pentacles then. So your Ace of Pentacles. So your new start in abundance. So you've got Page of Pentacles there. Your Strength card. Leo, and your 2 of Cups in the reverse. So what that is suggesting is that, so somebody's obviously made a new start. Possibly one of you is a Leo, and possibly the other one of you is the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Whatever it was, is that somebody, you know, whoever, this new start took a lot of strength to do. Okay. It could possibly have been that one of you might have been slightly more forceful, possibly a bit, maybe somebody had to have a lot of self-control, or maybe one of you is more self-controlling, that's not even a word. Maybe one of you has, you know, got a lot of self-control. Could have potentially been that one of you may have exited a previous relationship, or, you know, somebody's made a choice between potentially people. Now this is a past as well, so this, but a 2 of Cups in reverse can also, you know, highlight a disagreement, maybe a falling out, possibly somebody feeling alone in the relationship. Maybe that's why you've got somebody with a lot of strength, because obviously if you're feeling on your own, you might have been you need a lot of strength to be facing things if you're feeling on your own. And obviously you've got Page of Pentacles. Page is somebody that's got a, you know, they're emotionally immature. So it might have been a new start to a relationship, but the page a little bit immature with regards to his feelings. So it could have been something where the start, it might have been a little bit of a false start potentially. Yeah, or I mean, this even could be a distant past. You know, it could be something where you started off new and then you've ended up with a disagreement. It doesn't necessarily tell me how far in the past this particularly was. Let's get some clarification on this Ten of Swords for the current energy. But yeah, so it does look as though, to me, it looks as though you've got two people there that potentially had a bit of a disagreement. Possibly one person may have been feeling a little bit left out. So the love isn't quite hitting like you'd want it to. Okay, so in the present then, to clarify that Ten of Swords, we've got the Two of Wands, we've got the Eight of Swords, so again that feeling trapped, and we've also got that Judgment card. Okay, so yeah, so that Two of Swords though, so in the present somebody's still feeling a bit trapped. Obviously they've, you know, whoever it is, they're feeling that bit of betrayal. The Two of Wands there is suggesting that they are possibly waiting. They're planning, they're trying to have a bit of confidence, trying to possibly assert themselves. And then we also have that Judgment card, which is suggesting, you know, that there is some sort of possibly restart, possibly a reconciliation. It could be that somebody is releasing something, some revelation could be coming up. Yeah, it could be a number of things with that Judgment. So something, how do I put it? It could even be that somebody might be getting some closure. So something might have come up from a past relationship, possibly, that's given, you know, your person some closure, and it's just kind of ground them down a little bit, made them feel a little bit sad and a little bit stuck. And are they, you know, it might be that they're feeling a bit mentally stuck. Okay, let's get clarification on their thoughts on the situation. Why are they currently feeling stuck in the current situation they're in with you? Spirit, please clarify why they're feeling stuck at the moment. Clarify that Eight of Swords, please, Spirit. Okay, so we've got the Hermit, the Five of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords again, but that's in reversed. Okay, so so the Hermit card then, that's also Virgo energy, so now you've got Virgo in there twice. The Hermit card is somebody that is coming out of isolation. So it could be that they might be feeling stuck because somebody might have been isolating themselves, possibly doing a lot of introspective thinking. Again, could be to do with this depression or whatever's got somebody feeling down. But whoever it is, whatever it is, you know, they are feeling like they're going to come out of that. They are still feeling abandoned though. Somebody's feeling quite abandoned with that Five of Coins. They feel like they've been left out in the cold. They're feeling abandoned. But yeah, and then we've got that Ten of Swords in the reverse, which potentially, you know, they might be coming out of it, but they're still a bit, it might be taking a while because they're stuck in old thought patterns. Possibly they haven't fully finished a cycle. It could be something to do with it. Yeah, it could be that they might be mentally thinking a lot about something, and they've just not quite learnt the lesson from it yet, but they're coming out of it, but they haven't. Yeah, it could be this feeling abandoned. They might just be dwelling on it quite a lot, and the way to stop feeling so abandoned is to, you know, come out and start socializing. But it, like I say, with that Hermit in reverse, though, it does look as though they want to come out of that stuck energy, but there's a lot going on in their heads at the minute. Spirit, can you please clarify this Ten of Pentacles? Spirit, please clarify this Ten of Pentacles. I don't think I ever gave the star sign for the Chariot, did I? So that's Cancer. So there is a Cancer energy in there as well. Okay, so we've got the King of Wands, we've got the Knight of Wands, and we've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, so what they think of you then. So there's a lot of fire energy. So maybe you are the, possibly Leo, but you know, King of Wands, Knight of Wands, they are, well, all the wands, they're all fire energy. So that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, now the King of Wands is somebody that is, he is in reverse in this. So he is somebody that is a little bit vain, can be a little bit mean-spirited, possibly intimidating. Excuse me. So they do feel intimidated by you. Now, they do see you as somebody that's very passionate and you do fight for what you believe. But they do feel that you can become a little bit aggressive at times as well, with that Knight of Wands. Well, they think that you could be a little bit aggressive. So, yeah, so they are thinking that, I mean, they do think that you could be a little bit spiteful and a little bit mean, which could just be, obviously, them reading into things wrong. Not saying that you are mean or spiteful, but people's perceptions, everyone's got different perceptions, haven't they, for different things. But yeah, but they do see you as somebody very passionate that fights for what you want. But they also could see you as being, or thinking that you're somebody that's a little bit indecisive, because that Knight of Wands is also somebody that's a bit wishy-washy energy, but in and out. It's usually the player energy of the deck. And they do see, how do we put it? They feel like you may have lost, they're looking at you as being a lack of an opportunity, potentially, with the Ace of Wands being in reverse. Possibly they don't think that you quite have the excitement and adventure that, or you don't feel excited or adventurous. And if you are somebody that gets aggressive, maybe you get aggressive for what they would see as pointless reasons, possibly. It also suggests that the passion that they think you may have stopped feeling the passion for them, and that you're not really into them as much anymore. Spirit, can you clarify this Chariot, please? Okay, so we've got a Six of Wands in reverse, a Two of Pentacles, and a Three of Swords, and they're all in reverse. Okay, so what they think of you. So, Six of Swords in reverse, Six of Wands in reverse, sorry. So, they don't feel that they feel underappreciated, okay? And they feel that any attempt that they make could potentially end in failure. They do also feel a little bit betrayed, okay? So I'm not sure what's gone on. They are also showing a Two of Pentacles in reverse, which is Again, this starting card. So they are feeling that things are out of balance. And now they've got a Three of Swords in the reverse, which is suggesting that they have been feeling heartbreak, but it is that they are starting to heal from it. Okay. So whatever is going on, they are healing from it. And if it's something where you've been heartbroken and you've been feeling the imbalance as well, because it could very well be that you might be this person that is feeling that, you know, you're underappreciated. Like I say, there could have been a good chunk of miscommunication in this. But yeah, it could be very much, you know, wherever this heartbreak has occurred, they're healing from it. There is healing. And it does look as though, yeah, if it's you that they feel is, you know, they may feel that they underappreciated you, and that they know that the relationship was out of balance, and that they need to heal whatever the heartbreak is. Spirit, can you clarify this Ace of Swords for what they want? Okay, so we've got the Hangman that's just jumped out. So they are trying to look at it all from a different perspective. They want it to be looked at from a different perspective. So potentially, if it's something where this has happened previously, or if this is something where is, you know, past might be repeating for them. Obviously, we've got that Ten of Swords in the reverse, which is suggesting that they're worried about something repeating. You know, they're looking at trying to maybe change it up, look at it from a different perspective. They're accepting what may have happened, or they want it to be accepted. Whatever has happened, they want it to be accepted. We've also got the Lovers in reverse, and we have got a Tower moment as well. Okay, so the Lovers, we've got, that's Gemini energy, and we do have that Tower. Yeah, so the Lovers in reverse is suggesting that, you know, the relationship is out of sync, that there could be a current lack of passion, but they want to change that. You know, they're aware of that. They've also had a Tower moment, okay, which just suggests that something massive has happened, and some sort of the core belief system that they've had may have been rocked to the ground. So whether or not this is a relationship that's something's happened and your relationship has ended, okay, they want to start rebuilding it. Potentially they want to look at it from a new perspective, make a new start, get some clarity, possibly on what's happened. Now that doesn't necessarily mean they want to restart the relationship. It could just mean that they want closure, okay, because this Lovers in reverse also just suggests that they recognize that some wrong decisions may have been made, whether that is choice of partner or whatever's happened that could have caused heartbreak. You know, it just suggests that they are, you know, they do want to relook at it, but and that they're aware that something needs to restart and that they need to rebuild the foundations. Now let's have a look. What do you need to know on this? What's this Two of Wands, Spirit? Clarify this Two of Wands, please. Okay, so we've got the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. So again, we've got somebody feeling like, well, it's that same Five of Cups that you have in the advice, to be honest with you. So somebody is feeling, you know, guilt, sorrow. So where, you know, somebody's being very patient and they're waiting, they're feeling quite sorrowful, they're aware that they've lost something. Now the Nine of Wands is suggesting that they do have barriers up in place. Somebody's feeling quite guarded, and the Nine of Pentacles is also suggesting that, you know, somebody is single and available to pursue. So they're also feeling very abundant and very successful. So yeah, it could be that, they could be, how do I put it? What's the, with what they need? Yeah, with what you need. So that they're looking at it being a disappointment, but they are waiting patiently. They've got their defenses up and they are trying to grow. They're trying to grow their abundance. They're feeling like they're, that they're single. They're available to do whatever they want. They are feeling ready to move to the next stage, but they are currently being patient. They are waiting for that opportunity to come along. They're they're trying to make themselves, how do I put it? They're trying to be confident. So if they do approach you, they're trying to make sure that they are confident and that they are, looking like they are successful, but they do feel really sad. Yeah, and they have got the guard up as well. So I'm not sure if it's something where, well, obviously most relationships, things happen in different ways, isn't it? All right, so in the advice, okay, so you've got, so with that 5 of Cups that you've got in the advice, to try and come out of feeling so that you've lost something, because not everything's lost, okay? We do have the Death card, which is suggesting that there is an end to something, but it does mean that there is something new. We also have a Knight of Cups in the reverse, and we do have an Ace of Swords in the reverse. I can't quite show you the full picture because she's got her boobies out. But yeah, so with that 5 of Cups, so obviously you're feeling, they're feeling sorrowful, or you're feeling sorrowful, because this is the advice. So, you might be feeling a bit regretful. You could be feeling guilt. You could be feeling sorrow. But, it's not the end. It might be the end of this particular cycle. But after the end of something is always something that is reborn. Okay, now you have not necessarily reborn, but it's the start of something new. Now, the Death card could just be that it's a mental state. It could be that it's a, how do I put it, a way that, so in relationships, sometimes you have issues that you need to be separate to realize that you've got those issues yourself, in order to come back together to repair it and work on those issues and know that they're there. So it could be something along those lines. The Death card could literally be that there's an end to a particular part of a relationship, same as the Tower, and you've got a new start to move on. It could just simply mean that, that with it being the advice, that you need to end something, okay? But not to worry, because there will be a restart afterwards. Now, the Knight of Cups that we've got in the reverse, he's basically saying that you need to put some love into yourself, okay? It's suggesting that you don't trust particular parts of yourself, especially parts of relationship, emotions, excuse me. And possibly you could be also a little bit scared of intimacy, possibly. It may be that you might be hurt from everything that's happened and you wouldn't want to take things to the next stage. You might be feeling guarded. You might not want to connect with anybody new. So this is suggesting that you take time to look after yourself, and look after yourself a bit more. Start opening up a little bit. Now, we do also have the Ace of Swords in the reverse, which is suggesting that you might be feeling a little bit confused because you might have a lack of clarity on what you need to do. So it's suggesting, have a sit down and a think about it. You might be a little bit confused on the situation because of some miscommunication. but here they want to communicate. You know, they want to have things, they want the clarity, they want it to be open and honest. Now, whether or not they're going to make the approach, I can't see anything here to suggest that they are going to make an approach. So whether or not you need to make the approach to get the clarity that you need, but it is suggesting that at the moment you haven't quite got the clarity that you may need to help you make a full decision potentially. So that you do need to try and get some clarity. If that's clarity within yourself, it doesn't have to be clarity from them. It could simply be, so, you know, I was saying about a state of mind and things where you might need to separate. If this has been something where you've been somebody that doesn't want to commit, potentially, it could just mean that you need to work out why you don't want to commit, get that clarity in order to end that cycle of your own self, so that you can then have that relationship that's fulfilling. But yeah, to me it looks as though you need to do a bit of a deep dive and possibly work out some issues within yourself, and take time to yourself to understand your emotions, so that you're not completely guarded if something does come up. Spirit, can we get clarification on this Four of Cups as well, please? Okay, so we've got the Ten of Wands, the Magician, and the Six of Swords. So to me, it looks as though if you don't get the clarity, you know, if you don't do the work on yourself, potentially, what we are looking at is possibly a missed opportunity and somebody moving on. We have got the Ten of Wands, which is suggesting that, you know, I mean, the Four of Cups is somebody that's possibly looking at something that's, you know, a missed opportunity. They're feeling bored. They're not seeing what's in front of them. The Ten of Wands is showing somebody that has got a massive burden on their shoulders. The Magician is somebody that is trying their hardest to manifest something. And the Six of Swords is somebody that's walking away to go somewhere that's calmer, safer. Now, it could also suggest that if you do deal with this, that yes, it might feel like a bit of a burden to open it up, but you can open up the new opportunities and manifest and make something new out of this relationship and move forward, calmer together to something of a better relationship. Okay, so there's two ways of looking at that. So yeah, that is the way that I would see it. It's literally a case of, if you don't, you know, deal with your inner emotions and get the clarity that you need for yourself, you know, somebody's going to miss out on an opportunity, and walk away. But if you do, could potentially walk away, or, you know, it doesn't have to mean that. You could get clarity and not want to go back into it because you see it as too much of a burden, and you want to manifest something new. But at the same time, you know, if you do get the clarity on everything that you need, it looks as though you could potentially manifest it to being back together and move on together, potentially. Okay, and not necessarily miss that opportunity. Right, so I'm also going to pull a romance angel oracle card as well. Won't be a moment. Joys of picking up cards afterwards. So yeah, I'll get Romance Angel Oracle as well to see if there's any more messages that need to come out. Now, I've shuffled these in all different manners of ways. I really need to put them all as upright because I do try and keep them as an upright deck, but I just forget. Spirit, can we get a Romance Oracle as well, please? Okay, so we've got make the effort. Great love is worth taking. There are steps you're guided to take. We've also got flirt, extend your light-hearted energy to others. Past life relationship, you've known each other before. And attraction, you attract romance, love. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, you do have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. And trust, this situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, so that could be going in with that advice card. You know, that the whole not necessarily trusting your own feelings, possibly. You know, might have your guard up. You might not be able to feel like you can trust people fully because of things that may have happened in the past. Yeah, well, I hope that has helped some of you in the collective. Good luck, and thank you for joining me.